So I'm all over the place. Don't look at me. Hi friends, I'm Pop. I am a cosplayer and a self-proclaimed creative individual. Today I am going to be talking about how to make cosplay friends as an introvert and slash or ambivert. This is something that I feel very passionately about. I feel is very... God, this chair's squeaky. This is a topic that is very near and dear to my heart as a introvert myself and as someone who is very invested in the cosplay community, or I think I am. I like to consider myself to be. Little backstory, I started cosplaying about 2-ish years ago. I am quite introverted. Whenever I first started cosplaying, I didn't have any cosplay friends. And so once I rediscovered my love for cosplaying and my newfound interest in anime, I really wanted to find people that I would consider my community. But I found that very difficult because I am very introverted. In order to make friends, you need to talk to them. So I'm dedicating this video to people who might be experiencing similar things as I did 2 years ago. These are all things that personally have worked for me. And the reason I felt so passionately about making this video is because I'm like, oh my gosh, looking back 2 years ago, I had no friends, no cosplay friends, and now I do have cosplay friends. And it's like, if I can do it, any of y'all can do it. I will be doing this video. If you may or may not be able to tell, I am dressed as my favorite character from my favorite anime, Haikyuu. She, I think, is a good selection from my characters that I cosplay that match the theme of a little bit more introverted, keeps to herself type of thing. I just thought I would start incorporating cosplays into making videos. If you can't tell by my background, I love Haikyuu. Let's get started. Hopefully this all makes sense, but I'll be organizing everything that I say and methods of friend making based off of environment and slash or platform. So first I'm going to be talking about convention specifically, how you can make friends at a convention. So for going to conventions, my #1 recommendation for specifically finding cosplay friends would be to attend cosplay meetups. Going to cosplay meetups at a convention can open up a lot of opportunities for you to meet fellow cosplayers who are also interested in the same fandom that you are. In my experience of cosplay meetups, you usually show up, and depending on the hosts or organizers, they usually set up opportunities to take pictures, and they're organized by different characters and groupings based off of the show. So depending on whatever it is the show is about, they might be organizing opportunities to take photos, and this is also an amazing opportunity for you to meet other cosplayers from that show. People usually show up to these meetups to, you know, meet other cosplayers who are cosplaying the same thing. So take this opportunity to talk to these people, compliment their cosplay, ask them about how they made it, the process of their wig styling or their makeup, or where they bought the cosplay. There's just so many things that you could talk to someone about. Or you might even start talking to them about the show that you're cosplaying from, or the game, show, game, anime, things like that, comic, manga. Talk to them about characters that you like, events or things that had happened. I feel like this community is so niche that it's so easy to talk about something. It's really just about getting over that initial wave of, I'm gonna go talk to this person. And I feel like attending cosplay meetups are a easier way or a gateway into your opportunity to talk to other people. And then when you're there, you could just ask them for their Instagram or TikTok, Facebook. I remember my very first cosplay meetup. The reason why I'm dressed like this is not only because I feel like the character accurately portrays what I'm trying to talk about, but my very first cosplay meetup was a Haikyuu cosplay meetup. I think it was WeebCon 2022. And it was my first time ever attending a cosplay meetup. I remember how happy I felt. 2022, I feel like Haikyuu, even now, it's been a while since episodes were released. The community is not as prevalent, or, you know, compared to other things that are currently airing out right now. As a very baby anime watcher who just started watching Haikyuu and was completely obsessed with it. I was so happy to find other Haikyuu cosplayers because I had been to a few cons previously and I was like, I don't see any other Haikyuu cosplayers. Finally finding a group of other people who also liked Haikyuu and who also liked cosplaying from Haikyuu, I was like, I'm very happy to say that I still keep in contact with some of those people from that meetup, and I'm still mutuals on Instagram, and I see them at cons all the time. Go to Cosplay Meetups. Number 2, I don't remember if I even listed it as numbers. Another thing that you could do is bring cosplay cards. What is a cosplay card, you might ask? Hold on. Here is my old cosplay card. I don't think it's gonna focus. This is a very old cosplay card of mine. Maybe 2022 with my old username that I don't have anymore. I definitely need to get some new ones. A cosplay card is exactly what it sounds like. It's pretty much a cosplay business card. Why do people bring them? Cosplayers might bring cosplay cards to conventions for multiple reasons. One reason might be to promote themselves and their social medias by handing out business cards, just like you do with anything networky. Another reason might just be for the convenience of giving it to someone when they ask for your picture. If they post that picture, they will remember who it is that they should be tagging on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And it's just easier sometimes to just be like, here's my card, instead of having to pull out Instagram and then remember which cosplayer you took a specific picture of. Like, oh yeah, it's that one person who gave me their cosplay card. Having a cosplay card can just as easily be a method of meeting other cosplayers and or making connections and friends. I feel like it makes the process of exchanging social media so much faster and easier, especially when you're in a very intricate cosplay. It might be more difficult. You might not be able to as easily access your phone and pull up Instagram. It's also a way that might make you more memorable because you might have the cosplay that you're cosplaying on that card. Don't limit yourself and don't feel the need to put your entire portfolio of cosplays in this one card. But sometimes even just by having a card and giving it to someone might make you more memorable. But I am someone who has still a bunch of cosplay cards in my drawer. Like, I have the full set. I probably have like 30 left because I did not use them. I always forget them at conventions, so don't be like me. And then one other thing, this kind of has the same ideology of handing out cosplay cards. A lot of cosplayers I've noticed, I haven't personally done this myself because I'm lazy and I never prepare ahead of time. Depending on what your convention rules permit, cosplayers will hand out free stuff like throughout the convention. Sometimes it matches up with the character they might be cosplaying. Who doesn't like free stuff? A good example would be cosplaying Tamaki from Orin High School Host Club, handing out fake flowers. That's kind of an example. I know that some people that go to cons that are cosplaying and aren't at an artist alley, if they do have a small business, they might just pass out stickers for free as a means to promote their business or just because they feel like it. And then one other method that I might recommend to making more friends at conventions is just to put yourself out there and take pictures with cosplayers that you might think have... Take pictures with cosplayers that you think have a cool cosplay. I can't grammatically format that sentence in my brain for some reason. If you see a cosplayer at a con and you think they have a cool cosplay, just ask them for a picture. Of course, please be respectful of people's boundaries. If someone says no or is not comfortable, be a good person when you approach other people. Cosplayers are clearly eating or talking to other people. You might want to ask them a little bit later if you see them because they're probably busy, especially if they're eating. They're probably resting. Everything I say, take it with the ideology that you should be respectful of everyone's boundaries, as they should for you. This video is scrambled all over the place. Going back to what I originally said, you see a cosplayer who has a cool cosplay, ask for a photo. The worst they can say is no, and just be respectful of that. But if they say yes and they're down to take a picture, then take a picture, and you could easily just ask for their social media. Okay, now I will be talking about how to specifically make cosplay friends through social media. I will be referring to Instagram specifically, This could also apply for TikTok and Facebook, but I used Instagram mostly, and I still do. First way, I feel like, is one of the easiest ways to make mutuals and friends is to interact with other people's cosplay posts. Liking, commenting, sharing on your story is an easy way to not only support that cosplayer, but it's also a way to show your appreciation for their cosplay. I kind of feel like it just builds a sense of like, I support you, I think you're amazing, and you look great, and I support you. I feel like the cosplay community is very supportive of one another, like cheering each other on, like, you look amazing. And that is how I have made some really close mutuals. So interaction is good. Social media, literally just use social media. What it is intended for is to be social. Another method that I can talk about is, this is of course depending on all, this all depends on your preference of cosplay, because I personally, one of my biggest goals when I first started cosplaying is to find cosplay friends that I could do group cosplays together with. And of course, if I was gonna do a group cosplay, I'd want to take photos. If you want to do a group cosplay, just post about it on your Instagram, or just post about it on your story. Just post like an inspo board or a bunch of pictures and say, hey, I'm looking for so-and-so characters cosplayers. If anyone's interested, let me know. That's how I met one of my closest cosplay friends today. I had followed her on TikTok and she followed me, and I don't think we ever actually spoke on TikTok or anywhere, but I had posted something on my story saying I really wanted to do a Spider-Women cosplay shoot, and I was looking for a Spider-Gwen cosplayer. And she slid up, and we never talked before, and she's like, oh, I cosplay Spider-Gwen. And we did a shoot together, and now she's one of my closest cosplay friends. I will go into a section later about safety and boundaries later on, but of course, when you're meeting people for the first time and you want to be safe, you don't really know them, bring someone that you know with you, or be in a public area that you know you could get help if you need to. Okay, another section I will include, a subsection I will talk about, is for people that may be underage and maybe need to attend a convention with an adult. Maybe you don't get to go to conventions. There are things you can still do. If you go to school, maybe check if you have a anime or cosplay club. If not, maybe start one. I know that's a little bit pushing the boundaries of Introvert, but here we are in this video. I'm trying to help you push yourself outside of your comfort zone and grow. I will use this as a segue to talk about safety, of course, because like anything else in our world, things can be potentially dangerous. Trust your gut, be safe. If you are going to a cosplay photo shoot, if you hosted one, or if you're attending one for the first time with people you have never met, bring someone with you. If these people are cool, they'll be like, yeah, it totally makes sense. You're meeting strangers for the first time. Why wouldn't you bring someone with you? On social media, be smart also. If you feel sketched out about an interaction on social media, block someone. Block them, report them, depending on what the behavior is. You are not obligated to talk to anyone. You do not owe anyone anything, especially on social media. People fuss so much over someone unfollowing someone on social media, or someone not responding to a comment, or responding to their DMs. It's like, I've never met you in my life. Do not get upset with me for not wanting to respond to you. This is Instagram. It's not, what? You're not obligated to respond to someone that makes you feel uncomfortable. PSA for the day. This is gonna be a long video. I will say it goes both ways. Please be respectful of people's boundaries at conventions. Making friends is hard, and I could go into a whole separate video about being at conventions. It is not okay to make someone feel uncomfortable. In an attempt to make friends might cross someone's boundaries unintentionally. Do not force anyone to be your friend. Just as much as you are not obligated to be anyone's friend, they are not obligated to be your friend as well. So please just be smart and be a great human being. I could make so many other videos talking about toxic con environment, safety and everything, but I will keep this sweet and short, or as short as I think this video is going to turn out. Yeah. I hope you're able to take something valuable away from this video. I hope it helps people, fellow introverts and slash or ambiverts like myself push themselves out there to find their community and to find the people that they can share their love of fandom with. It is really a wonderful feeling to find people that you share the same passions with. You can do it. If you like my video, please leave a like and a comment, and please subscribe. I hope to make more videos in the future like this, talking about cosplay, the cosplay community, and things of that nature. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you next time. I don't like this YouTube personality type of lingo.